Talk995.com, the last day of June, a hot day in front of us. And already beginning to get some of the rulings from the Supreme Court. There are two that we are keeping an eye on. One of them has already been released. This is on transgender sports. The Supreme Court upheld West Virginia and Idaho's laws limiting girls and women's school sports teams to biological females. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Holding that Title IX permits sex-separated teams based on biological sex, and the laws do not violate the Equal Protection Clause.
Essentially what it means is that they are leaving this to the states. The states can make these laws, and these laws are constitutional as far as they're concerned. Now, this is not a blanket ban on men in women's sports. Your state actually has to pass a law that says, no, you cannot be a biological male and play women's sports. So if Pennsylvania doesn't do that, Leah Thomas continues to swim,
Yep, that's
although she's
true.
really out of that.
Yeah.
He's really out of that, whatever you call it. But yeah, we're definitely going to see, I think, more states. There are more than 24. I think we're up to 26 states that have now passed those bans. And chances are good you're going to see as many as 10 more. California's never going to do it. You can forget about that. Oregon's never going to do it. Washington State's never going to do it. They're always going to be like, this is okay, we love it. We think it's
Another
fantastic.
reason for people to pack up. You
Yep.
have young daughters that you want them to have scholarships to the college of their choice, potentially. Maybe it's some kind of athletic scholarship. Your chances are going to be diminished if California is going to allow that to continue. So
true.
pack up and get out of California.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
While we're waiting for the next one to come down, Alabama Tree Pros, 308-4158, ready to take that tree down to the ground or trim it up or save it for you. However you want it to work, they can make it happen. That's who they are at Alabama Tree Pros. They're good, they're smart, they are fast, and they are safe, and they are less expensive than the other guys. Look, anytime you're working with trees, it ain't going to be cheap. Saving the tree, probably the cheapest thing to do, to be honest with you. That's if it can be saved. If, however, it is a tree you just want out of the way because you want access to that piece of land that it's on, which is a lot of the case. I know people that have taken out 3-4 trees because they're like, I have plans for that area, and it doesn't involve there being trees there. Alabama Tree Pros can make that happen. They can trim it, they can save it, they can fix it, they can take it all the way down, they can grind up your stump, whatever it is you want, all the way. They've got you covered. Licensed, bonded, insured. They will staple all of that to the back of your very low estimate. All you need to do is call 308-4158. Talk to them or find them online at alabamatreepros.com. Now, this guy.
It's Steve's turn.
So, got a series of names here, and, think about them. What do they have in common? Names are Joe Ferguson, Cookie Gilchrist, Jim Kelly, Jack Kemp, Marv Levy, Bill Polian, Bruce Smith, Darryl Talley, Steve Tasker. Those are just the beginnings. Well, these are all guys who are all part of the NFL's Buffalo Bills Legends Wall. 29 names in all. Now, the Buffalo Bills are getting ready to open up a new stadium, so they're going to take all of those guys and move them over to the new stadium and put them on the Legends Wall. Not you, O.J. Simpson. You think about it, O.J. Simpson obviously is a story of the good and the bad. The good, he's got really gaudy stats from his time of actually playing, 1960s into the mid-1970s. Just with the Buffalo Bills, 10,183 rushing yards, 57 rushing touchdowns, 1,924 receiving yards with 12 receiving touchdowns, picked up another 990 kick and punt return yardage in addition to another touchdown that way. His honors, also very long, distinguished first NFL player to rush for 2,000 yards in a season, 1973 NFL MVP, NFL rushing leader 4 times, 1970s All-Decade Team, part of the NFL's 75th and 100th anniversary all-time teams, and actually still came in number 40 on the NFL's 100 greatest players list in their 100th anniversary, in addition to being on that Legends Wall. And, oh, by the way, yeah, he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, too. Noted actor as well, started appearing in commercials, but also getting a taste of acting while in college. While at USC, he appeared on the show Dragnet as a potential recruit for the Los Angeles Police Department. Some irony there. Went on to roles in the TV miniseries Roots, along with movies like The Towering Inferno, Capricorn 1, Naked Gun trilogy, and was for a time, speaking of irony, considered for the role of the Terminator before it went to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why didn't he get the role? Producers felt that Simpson was, quote, too nice to portray the role of a killing machine like the Terminator. Just going to let you ruminate on that for a second. Bad side, we all know this, but if you've forgotten, though never truly unproven, we all know of his links to the murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and Ron Goldman in 1994. Well, all of this left the NFL and its affiliates in something of a quandary, and can we separate the two sides? Well, the Bills left Simpson's name up on the wall of legends in their old stadium. The Pro Football Hall of Fame has kept Simpson's bust in the famed hall as well, but now that the Bills have that new state-of-the-art facility, of the 29 names, only 28 are going over, and one of those is actually a nod to the 12th man, the fans. No O.J. Simpson, so his name will be collected up in the dust and the rubble of the old Bill Stadium when they go to the new one. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Sorry, O.J. Maybe
that's
not.
the right decision. That's the
Yeah,
right
I mean, you
decision.
don't want your organization brought down by that memory if you can avoid it. I'm old enough to remember when O.J. Simpson was named Rookie of the Year. How about that? I remember I was in 5th grade, I believe, when it happened. We were big O.J. Simpson fans in my house right up until, the murder.
1994?
Yeah, that's about it. That was when things got dialed back a little bit.
And you think about it, and they had fun. Tom mentioned it. He was in all 3 of the Naked Gun movies, and then, of course, they came out with the one, what was it, last year, I think it was. And they did note him and, all of the different next generations of the guys who are going into the police department, and they're all looking at the wall of fame of their fathers who went before them, and then you get to the one supposedly O.J. Simpson's son, and he just goes,
No.
Not doing that.
I love that scene, and I love the scene where they closed the Frank screwed things up so badly they closed the police station down and turned it into a Spirit Halloween. I was like, no, that's funny. That's quality humor right there, my friend.
It was actually very well done.
Yeah, it's still not as good as the original Naked
No,
Gun.
but it was still good.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good homage. Let's give them props for that. O.J. Simpson, by the way, also, like you say, Capricorn 1, underrated movie. I really liked that
Agreed.
movie. I remember I wanted to see it so bad when I was a kid, but it was rated R. And my
Couldn't
parents
go,
wouldn't
they
let
said.
me go to see it because it was rated R. So eventually, when it popped up on one of those pay channels on TV, I got a chance to watch it. I was probably in my early 20s at the time. And I was like, that movie was every bit as good as I thought it was going to be. Like I was a little kid again watching it. I was like, I wanted to see this movie so bad.
Another time.
That's great.
Got to get a little
I got
older.
to see it.
Yeah.
9:14. If you're just joining us, the Supreme Court is upholding both West Virginia and Idaho's, and by extension every other state's, ban on biological boys in girls' sports. So if your state does not yet have a ban, you should definitely get one because it is constitutional. I'll tell you who could use one, and I don't know if they're ever going to get it, is North Carolina. They've had a couple of years in a row now where boys are winning the girls' state championship track stuff. And it's just criminal.
It is. And we're seeing some images of young girls in front of the Supreme Court with their signs, and, talking about girls only in sports and things like that. This too, Justice Sotomayor, joined by Justices Kagan and Jackson, concur in the judgment on the basis that claims under Title IX fail on a narrow basis that the majority holds. I'm very happy for these young girls in some of these states. It's a shame that we had to go to the Supreme Court with it, though.
It is.
It really is.
And yet, that's what they're there for.
I get it, but
Make sure that we get something smooth all across the board. We are now 29 states. I said it was 26. It's 29. Okay. Like I said, there may be as many as 10 more that are going to pass now that they know that they would be 100% constitutionally backed up.
and
by
I
this
think
thing.
that this is incredibly high. A study says there are 122,000 trans high school athletes in the U.S. Are you kidding me?
Well, supposedly that's 1% of high school athletes.
Wow.
Supposedly that's 1%. I don't know. You always hear it's like 1 or 2. It's not a big deal. It's like it's a big enough deal.
It's a big deal because,
big enough
again, those are males who are stronger, faster, everything else than a female participant. We've seen it in swimming and gymnastics and track and all kinds, not gymnastics, but track and some of these other sports. It's just like there is an obvious advantage. It would be in just about every sport imaginable.
Never goes the other way, does it? It's never
No.
women who are trying to get into men's sports. I wonder why that is. 9:16 with Dixon and Vining. Stick around. We've got a couple more Supreme Court decisions that are coming down in the next hour. Man, I'll tell you what, that is a really harsh reason for cutting off friendships. Like, oh, your friends don't dance? Okay, that's it. They're not friends of mine then.
That's right. Got to be able to dance.
You don't like Baptists? Come on. It's not cool. 9:20, Dixon Dividing Talk 99.5, Talk 99.5.com on a warm Tuesday.
Warm day it is, and a little rain this weekend possibly. It's a good time to find out more about David Fevet and the guys at Be Dry and how they can help you with any kind of water issue, mildew issue in your basement. The crawl space, sometimes water somehow creeps in through the foundation and then it just puddles there in the crawl space. And, you know, a lot of times people don't think, well, that's not going to really bother anything. It's down in the crawl space. I don't really use that area. I don't really need that. Well, here's the problem with the water sitting there. It can absolutely change the air quality in your home, and you're going to begin to breathe some of that air that's been sitting there, some of that water and moisture, and then it gets in maybe some of the areas of wood of your home and begins to change that mildew on the walls of your home. No, you don't need any of this in your life. This is what you need. Be Dry to come out and fix it. Get them to give you a free quote. Talk to David and the guys. They're terrific. 942-1976 about making sure that you no longer have to worry about water in the crawl space and basement. For a limited time, this is another reason to call them. This is important. You can get 25% off encapsulation in that crawl space area. Lock it in, dry it out, never worry about it again, and take advantage, again, right now for a limited time only, 25% off encapsulation. They don't do this very often. So I encourage you to at least call, at least get a free quote, and then you can decide what you want to do from there. BeDryAlabama.com, that's their website, BeDryAlabama.com, or, like I said, give them a call today, 942-1976.
Keeping a close eye on the Supreme Court. They have not yet dropped their second ruling. There's three big ones coming out today. The one on campaign finance is not as exciting as the other two, obviously. Birthright citizenship is the big one. They'll probably hold that off till last. That would be my guess. They have already ruled that states are allowed to ban transgender athletes from girls' school sports. So, bravo, states can do that.
It's a big deal. Yeah, that's a big deal, and we like that decision.
Okay, I had this wrong. I said that Independence, the Auburn University Raptor Center's bald eagle. I said he was going to be flying to Washington. No, it's Independence Hall. On July 3rd, he's hopping on a Delta flight en route to America 250 festivals in Philadelphia. Independents and members of the AURC staff will be present for the America 250 time capsule dedication and burial at Independence Hall on July the 4th. So it really is a good old-fashioned bald eagle. Out-of-state travel with a bald eagle involves detailed planning, such as state and federal permitting, coordinating with the USDA, University Animal Care, and use approval to ensure that travel practices adhere to the highest standard of animal welfare. Oh, my God, that's exhausting.
Yeah, there's probably a lot going into this. This is not like having a little tiny puppy in a little tiny crate. Yikes.
Did you see him showing up in Philadelphia and saying, I just flew in from Auburn, and boy, are my wings tired. No.
Could use something to drink, something to eat. What do you guys got?
Yikes. He rode first class. He's Mr. First Class, too.
Get him a Philly cheesesteak.
One day, as I was walking out of the Sam's Club in Maitland, Florida, not 50 feet away from my car were three bald eagles that I thought were engaged in a battle of some kind.
Oh.
They were flying and swooping at each other, and like it looked like they were fighting. And the first thing you notice is how big these things
They are massive.
I mean, you are just like, that is a dinosaur in front of me. That is not a bird. You know, you see the war eagle at Auburn, they walk around with it, on that glove. I've seen it, a dozen times if I've seen it once. And nothing compared to a bald eagle. A bald eagle is just a massive thing. I later was at the Raptor Center, which is down there, and I mentioned that, and I said, I saw these three bald eagles, and then they were fighting. I said, oh, they weren't fighting.
Nope, they were doing just the opposite of that.
Two of them may have been fighting over the third one, is what we're talking about here. But yeah,
So there was a fight.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, live and learn. All right. Stevie Nicks is going to be at Taylor Swift's wedding and may even perform.
How about that? Stevie.
Rock legend headed to Madison Square Garden for the superstar's big day. Here comes the bride, all dressed in... I don't know.
She still
they
kind of got
planning-
her voice, doesn't she?
Are they planning to televise this?
I hope not.
Yeah,
Me too,
not
but I'm
either.
just, I figured they're making such a big deal out of it, and they're doing it at Madison Square Garden.
That's-
I wouldn't be shocked if they went pay-per-view on this thing.
Oh, come on.
I said they're doing an intimate festivities kickoff on July 2nd with an intimate gathering of about 100 people, followed by a larger event that will include about 1,000 guests the next day. Whew. 1,000 guests. It's a lot of, would you like the chicken or the fish?
Can I have both?
No. We're doing this on a budget. What's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
they were showing some big trucks that were backing up to the event, and everything was covered in like black bags. You couldn't see what it was
Yeah.
as they were rolling them in. It's like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that?
We're not
don't
allowed
really
to,
know.
We don't want to know.
Don't have
Here comes the ruling on campaign finance. This is kind of boring. It's nowhere near as exciting as the other two. Had to do with the then Senator J.D. Vance and how much you're coordinating with your party to spend money. They claimed it was a free speech issue. Those who were against it said, wait, that's not fair. The party is helping you a little bit too much. And, J.D. Vance was just looking at his competition. Well, your party could help you, but they're choosing not to. What does that tell you? So, yeah, don't know exactly what this ruling is as of yet.
We're
we'll know,
seconds away from knowing what it is.
Yeah. We'll know in a
Just
minute.
hang
They're, like I
with
said,
us.
they get them, and then they have to read them, and they have to figure them out, and then they have to, put them on the air. So we'll have that answer for you.
And
in just a
they've
moment.
sometimes jumped the gun where it's the opposite of what it is. So I think they're a little more careful to
We've seen that a
read
time or
through
two.
it and make sure it's correct.
I love what I think his name is John Nolte. No, I'm sorry. It is John Nolte. John Nolte writes this in Breitbart. He's sort of their entertainment writer, and he is usually pretty funny. He says, "Wow, this is a total surprise to me. I was certain that declaring the Supergirl character a bisexual and casting a mouthy, sexless, joyless, unappealing star in a $200 million movie was surefire box office gold. Well, no one ever confused me with Louis B. Mayer. Here are the Supergirl stats as of late Friday afternoon. Rotten Tomatoes critic score, 57%. Rotten Tomatoes audience rating, with over 1,000 votes in, 76%. Pretty weak. For example, the classic 2023 flop The Marvels managed to earn a 79% audience rating. Woof. Box office, 7.8 million total from Wednesday advanced screenings and Thursday previews. Based on those numbers, Supergirl's looking at a pitiful opening weekend of about 40 million.
Ugh,
That is dreadful for a movie that breaks even at 450 to 500 million.
wow.
Superman eventually earned 22.5 million in Thursday previews and barely broke even, if that. The Flash, 9.7 million on Thursday, flopped. The Joker, grossed 7 million on Thursday and died. What were James Gunn and Warner Brothers thinking?
Who knows?
Who were they making this movie for?
Yeah, here's what we've got on this next one that has come down from the Supreme Court.
Okay.
In a 6-3 vote, the Supreme Court has struck down the federal limits on how much political parties may spend in coordination with their own candidates, ruling the restrictions violate the First Amendment. We talked about that earlier this morning, and overruling its 2001 decision in Colorado, Republican 2. So that's what we got. 6-3 vote. The Supreme Court has struck it down.
All right, you got two decisions that you're probably pretty happy with.
Mm-hmm.
Brace yourself, because
Well, the next one is going to be the one where they flee. They're going to be like papers flying, and off in the car they go.
This third one is going to be a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. I'm telling you,
It's going to hurt.
I will be stunned if it comes back as anything other than what we expect, which is the 14th Amendment is fine. It's exactly what it's. You're born here. You're a citizen, which I just disagree with.
We got to fix it. If
Yeah,
the
I
Supreme
mean-
Court rules and they're following it, then we have to make a change.
There's two ways of doing that. One is actually being done by the Trump administration right now, which is limiting that birthing travel plan. You know, they've got these little clubs try to set it up so that you can actually drop a kid on American soil. If you can slow that down, stop granting visas to those people, that's a good start. And then, of course, inevitably, a constitutional amendment that says, never mind, on the 14th, we were wrong. Never mind.
Think you gotta fix the loophole.
9:35, Dixon inviting, Talk 995, talk995.com. Thanks very much for hanging out with us this morning, about a half an hour away from Skippy and Jimbo. And then, of course, April Murray filling in for Leland Live again this afternoon. He'll be back next Monday. Work Trucks is downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South. If you are in need of a truck for your business, this is exactly where you need to go because they have got a lot full of them, over 100 vehicles on the lot on any given day, all different shapes, sizes, makes, models, kinds. And you can't go wrong, all painted white, ready for your logo. They have put them through that 125-point inspection. They did that in their service center that is right across the street. And whatever kind or shape you're looking for, you can guarantee you're going to find it there at a great low price. Some still so new, they still have factory warranties on them. Others, you can put a factory or you can put a warranty on it. You can trade, finance, get an extended warranty if you are so inclined. Work Trucks with an XLLC.com, worktrucksllc.com, downtown 2324 3rd Avenue South.
And we finally got the ruling.
No surprise there.
Here it comes.
I ruled against the order limiting birthright citizenship.
Yep,
Kind of what we expected. I hate that.
I do too.
I really do. I wonder if it had been phrased differently or if there was some way that the order could have been phrased because, they like to make these decisions narrowly.
Well, and
sometimes.
again, I don't know if you follow what we currently have. And we've already looked at it. We said, I don't know how they do this, that this ruling is the way that we thought it would come down.
Yeah.
We're going to have to make that change.
Something's going to have to.
Yeah, we're going to have to amend something because, again, there are too many people that have now taken advantage of a way to become a citizen of this country in a way that wasn't intended.
Right.
It's being abused.
Whether it's birthing citizenship, birthing, what do they call it? You travel here specifically to give birth.
And we saw that during the Biden administration with the
But I'm
southern
talking
border.
about there's people doing this from China
Oh,
who are
yeah.
doing this with money, flying here. There are people in India who are doing this with money because they want their kid to have that dual citizenship. There's people from Europe who are doing it because they're like, hey, look, you'll have more options. Tourism. It's called birthing tourism. And then there's the people who just sneak across the border and drop a tricycle motor here. So you're getting both the high end and the low end. But in either case, it shouldn't be happening. No one should be coming here specifically to have a kid so that they've got an anchor baby. That's the name that they have had for 40 years. I didn't make that up. The anchor baby that keeps you here. That say, well, you can't send me home and leave my baby here. That's not okay. Interestingly, Tom Holman is like, yeah, we can. Watch us do it. You'll be amazed. But yeah, they're upholding birthright citizenship, which should not come as a surprise to anybody. Judging from the arguments that I was listening to, it sure looked like that was the plan. And it looked like they had already made up their minds on the subject and weren't really listening to anything. I'm still mystified by that because somehow Native Americans, not American citizens. How is that possible? No, they're citizens of their own tribe and citizens of their own reservation, but not American citizens. I don't get that. How is it possible that children of diplomats born in New York City, not American citizens? I don't get it. If you're a service member and you're stationed over here and you're what's going on? How in the world from another country? I mean, and is that person an American citizen? Oh, well, only if they want to be. Oh, so it only works if you want it? Like what? How does that work exactly? None of that makes any sense to me. But hey, strangely enough, my Supreme Court appointment has not yet come through. I'm waiting.
I don't know.
There's
There's the Jackson slot that might come available.
I feel pretty good about it. I think I could take a spot anytime now. Confirmation is going to be tough. Chips Ahoy just dropped a new special edition cookie. It's not that special.
How special is it if it's not that special?
Well, they call it a Toy Story Candy Blast.
Oh.
It's basically just instead of chocolate chips, they use knockoff M&Ms.
Knockoff M&Ms?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like candy and cookies, if you've ever had that from Bud's Best. I love those, by the way.
You know what? These will sell because of the packaging.
Sure.
It's really cute. Bright blue, and you got the characters on it, and kids are going to be in that shopping cart while mom's going down the cookie aisle going, I want that. It's got the Toy Story stuff, Mom.
You're tied in with Buzz and Woody, and what's not to love about that?
Yeah.
But it's just a knockoff cookie with knockoff M&Ms in it. No big deal. How would you like a $1 Junior Bacon Cheeseburger from Wendy's?
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry. Did I say $1? I meant 1 penny.
1 penny?
1 penny.
Oh, that's
Even
even
better.
better.
1 cent.
How many apps do I have to download?
At least one.
Oh, okay.
According to the chain's website, the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger includes fresh beef, Applewood smoked bacon, American cheese, crisp lettuce, tomato, and Heinz mayo. Though prices vary by location, the burger typically costs around $2.89 without any discounts or promotions. Customers can redeem their almost free Junior Bacon Cheeseburger with any purchase of $5 or more today. To take advantage of this deal and other Wendy's offers, you'll need the Wendy's app, which
Of
is
course you
available
do.
to download from the App Store and Google Play. They say there's more coming. 2 for $4 Biggie Bites. Lets you pair a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger with your choice of side items like fries or nuggets. 4 for $6 Biggie Bag. Includes a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger 4-piece Chicky Nug, Junior Fries, and a small soft drink. And the $8 Biggie Bundle, which includes 2 Junior Bacon Cheeseburgers, Junior Fries, and a small soft drink. I don't know if you have to have the app for those. I think you can just drive right up to the window and go, give me that.
That would be nice. Do you say it like that, or
Yes.
do you say it nicely?
No, you have to
Give me
actually be mean.
Just give me that.
Yeah, just hand it to the window. What's wrong?
Give it to
me. You ought to. 5-4 is, ooh.
That was
the birthright
close.
citizenship was closer than I thought.
Yeah. 5-4 decision.
Let's see.
Who are the?
Yeah, who took the wrong side of that one?
It's the four. It's
I'm gonna
the
guess
4 female judges.
Amy
Watch.
Coney Barrett.
Yes.
Amy Coney Barrett took the wrong side. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
She's going to get it.
She
I'm
might-
telling you.
she might be
She's
the
going to hear it.
Biggest conservative disappointment since David Souter.
It has to be her. Who else would it be?
I can't imagine. I mean, I expect Roberts. I mean, Roberts was very plain in his questioning.
It's
that
one of the two of them.
He really believed. Well, no, I mean, it was both of them because you got Sotomayor.
Yeah. Kagan.
Kevin James.
Jackson.
Yeah. Ketanji Brown Jackson. Then you got Roberts and probably Amy Coney Barrett.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. That's the last time there was a 5-4 decision that we disagreed with. That's the way it went. And that was the mail-in ballot thing that we didn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. And
I mean,
I
yeah.
didn't think she would go that way with it.
Roberts
I'm
is a bit of a
shocked.
disappointment, and Amy Coney Barrett's been a bit of a disappointment, but we'll see. Maybe we're wrong about this. New Hershey's dessert has just been dropped. It's at the Cheesecake Factory.
Do tell more details, please.
Brownie Crunch Chocolat Cheesecake.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the
Seems a
picture.
bit
This
going on
thing
there.
is beautiful.
It really is.
A work of art from the outside all the way through the center because they show a slice of it, and the inside is very artful.
It starts with a fudgy brownie base.
Oh,
But it's not just any brownie. It's one so loaded with mix-ins, it could be a standalone treat. It includes chocolate chips, Heath Bar toffee pieces, and a buttery Heath Bar streusel. Next up is a layer of chocolate ganache with a hint of salt to balance the sweetness. Then you'll find a swirl of Hershey's milk chocolate cheesecake and Hershey's white cream cheesecake with more chocolate chips and salted caramel. A marble mousse layer finishes the cheesecake, which is garnished with more chopped Heath Bar pieces and generous dollops of fresh whipped cream. Wow.
One slice, 2,000 calories.
jeez.
I would think more
I'm
for
guessing,
some reason. I would think
I mean,
more.
it's a pure guess, but
Oh,
I'm
I
thinking
was
that
like,
thing's
did you see
probably
that
just
there?
highly.
It's like, God, it must be a massive piece of.
You want to split that with the table, if possible. A beloved Arby's side is coming to freezer aisles nationwide. Potato cakes.
Oh,
Nice.
I love the Arby's potato cake. They got a bag of them. They're just selling in the freezer section. Give you details on how to heat them up. I imagine an air fryer would do well with that.
I bet you'd be real good for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, oh man, you got to do them 2 at a time because they come 2 to a package.
of course you do.
Eating one just makes you want another one. 1 is never enough. 2 is too many. 3 is never enough. That's the problem with these things. And I like to put the Arby's sauce on them.
Of course you do.
Got to have that.
Mm.
Does it come with packages of Arby's sauce?
Yes, it should come with packages.
Should.
Mm.
I've actually found a great a knockoff Arby's sauce, and it's a very popular barbecue sauce, but it is as close to Arby's sauce as I've ever found. And people always tell me, there's Arby's sauce at the store. I tell you, I've been to the grocery store, the barbecue sauce section, a dozen times in a dozen different stores. I have yet to see Arby's sauce there. Is it? I'm just going to the wrong stores.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm looking for it everywhere I go. I'm kind of like, I would like the actual Arby's sauce if possible. Can't find it.
I'll look next time I'm in the
Please
store.
do.
Yeah, maybe it's in a different part of town.
Horsey sauce. King's Hawaiian entering a new savory area with new butter buns. Mm-hmm. The brand is moving deeper into savory territory with butter buns, a new food service exclusive offering that debuted during National Restaurant Association weekend in Chicago. The new bun leans further into buttery, savory territory using real butter, eggs, dairy, and enriched dough to create something richer than the classic King's Hawaiian roll while still holding on to that signature soft texture. It lands somewhere between a pillowy dinner roll and a proper brioche bun, built for sandwiches that need the bread to actually pull its weight.
Again, I think the Hawaiian rolls are for certain things. For me, they don't work as for sandwiches, like a deli sandwich.
Yeah.
Maybe with some barbecue, it might work.
I can see it working with barbecue, sure.
But
I'm wondering, they're saying this is more buttery and savory, which means maybe that sweet stuff is out of there. Maybe they're like backing off on the sweet stuff, because I find King's Hawaiian, it's just a little too sweet sometimes. And by the way, everybody's got Hawaiian rolls now. Everybody and their brother is putting out Hawaiian rolls. I mean, I ran across some I almost grabbed the wrong hot dog buns the other day. I was like, oh, no, Hawaiian, put them back. That's not what you
don't
want.
need those.
You do not want those.
Not for your hot dog. Oh.
Mug root beer is getting dirty. They're entering the dirty soda chat.
What are we doing?
Finally jumped into the dirty soda trend. Well, they're adding milk or dairy or whatever the hell it is. Floats Vanilla Howler. It's the Mug Root Beer Floats Vanilla Howler, bringing the taste of a root beer float into a can and bottle format, offering a new option for fans looking for dirty sodas to try. Now, I will say, as a child, I really did enjoy going to A&W and getting that root beer float. Never had quite the ingredients for a root beer float around my house, maybe once or twice, but very, very rarely. And what would happen is that ice cream would melt into the root beer, and it just tasted wonderful. Creamy and delicious and root beery, and it was just everything you'd want and nothing you don't.
It's like a hot summer day, you think of that.
I think this is what they're trying to achieve with this, is they're trying to bring me back to my childhood, and they may succeed if I can get the diet version. There is a diet
got
version.
I see it.
Zero sugar.
Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
If it tastes similar.
I will look for that
But
right
then again,
next to the Arby's sauce.
It's like, why are you doing the diet version if you're putting in real ice cream in there?
Well, I don't think they're
you're
putting
not.
real ice cream in. I think it's zero
not?
sugar for the whole thing. They figured out a way to do it without
Really?
any sugar. Yes.
For the vanilla too?
That's the claim.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
I
impressive.
don't know how they're doing it. Witchcraft, I think. Must be. If you just joined us, the Supreme Court is upholding birthright citizenship. That is to say, telling Donald Trump you cannot change the rules on birthright citizenship. If you're born in America, you're an American citizen. End of story.
And a new fight will begin.
That was the last ruling of the Supreme Court. They are now, I think they actually gave it to a clerk to hand out while they were slipping out the back door,
Yeah.
getting into a helicopter and flying
See
home.
them. Bye-bye.
9:49 with Dixon and Vining. And if nothing else is going to disrupt our day, we'll get to the Dixon and Vining question of the day in mere moments. How you feeling, huh? Oh, that's a shame. Is it the Supreme Court ruling? Is
Could be.
Is that what really ticked you off? 9:53, Dixon Dividing Talk 99.5 Talk and 99.5.com. Supreme Court just ruled that birthright citizenship stays birthright citizenship. If you're born on U.S. soil, you're an American citizen. They basically overrode Trump's executive order and said it was unconstitutional. Okay.
Vote 5-4, just in case you're curious.
Still freaks me out. 5-4. So close.
That is close.
So close. But then again, that was the ruling on a burgerful. That was the ruling on a lot of stuff has been 5-4. Roe versus Wade was originally 5-4, and then what overturned it was 5-4. So hey,
Correct.
Still counts.
The second big one was, again, the Supreme Court upholding West Virginia and Idaho laws limiting girls and women's school sports teams to biological females.
Yep, exactly.
So just girls and girls sports, no boys, no biological males.
And then there was a boring ruling on funding, campaign financing in between those two. Some of the texts we received, Scott says, speaking of women in men's sports, when can we get Molly Robinson back on? Well, there has to be some sports that she wants to talk about. Do you think World Cup? Do you think she'll talk World Cup? No. Valerie just made a face at me that's like, ew.
Okay,
You?
so here's what I would ask. Is it a fact of having Molly on the air, or do you want to talk soccer? And I think a lot of our audience, they're very pro-USA, hope they win, but I don't know that we have a whole ton of soccer fans.
But if Molly's doing the talking, I bet they'd be more excited.
That's what I'm trying to get to here. Which is it?
We'll table that discussion for
What's
later.
the attraction to it? Is it Molly or is it the sport she's
it's
talking
gonna-
about?
I'm sure for most people it's Molly. Katie says Independence, a.k.a. Indy, is a girl, referring to the bald eagle from Auburn. Sorry.
And now you know.
I misgendered
Oh, we didn't
Indy.
offend anybody.
I misgendered Indy. I feel terrible now. What are her pronouns? Do you know?
I don't know. She's tough looking, though, isn't she?
Yeah. Like B. Arthur. Sean says there's a guy that plays for the U.S. team right now. He could play for another team, but his mother ended up having a baby in the United States. Okay. You know what? If he didn't make that team, I'm sure we would find somebody else who would have done it. It's okay. You know, I'm like, that's not really a. You haven't changed my mind on the subject. Saul Walker's, says Tom, has introduced a few bangers and mash flavor potato crisps you can order online for delivery. I don't see myself getting bangers and mash style potato chips. Thank you very much.
Don't care for them.
Yeah, I bangers and mash is an English breakfast thing that's a little pasty and not great. It's sausage and porridge, so to speak. Walmart Piggly Wiggly has both Arby's sauces, says Anthony. You mean Walmart and Piggly Wiggly, or did those two merge?
merge?
Well, I wasn't watching.
Got the one location that merged.
Wall Piggly Mart Wiggly. Okay, I'm still going to keep an eye out for it.
You'll run across it eventually.
Bruce says Dixon should do a cooking podcast. I would watch it. Maybe I will.
Hey, there's an idea.
Chico, don't leave us in suspense, Richard. What does the barbecue sauce? It's very close to Arby's sauce. Kinder's. The original Kinder's barbecue sauce is startlingly like Arby's sauce, especially when you put it on a roast beef sandwich.
Yum.
Frosty says, hey, you guys, Coney Barrett is disappointing like McDonald's. The idea is nice, but always lacking. Wow, okay. And Renee says you can order bottles and packets of Arby's sauce on Amazon.
Packets
Mm-hmm.
on Amazon.
I'm going to order a ton of packets. I just want them mailed to me, and then I'll just start ripping packets open and
You really
dumping
can
them on everything.
in packets. They don't
That's the
sell
claim.
them
Probably so,
different
yeah.
ways.
Go take a look.
Hmm.
You have Amazon. Now let's do this.
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
What modern-day invention do you think is doing more harm than good, Steve West?
Oh, God, if it isn't social media, I don't know what it is.
All righty then, Valerie Vining.
I got a little more specific.
Yeah.
Influencers
Influencers, yeah. I don't care for them.
on
That's a good one.
social media.
Let's see. A modern-day invention that does more harm than good. Oh, cauliflower crust pizza.
Oh, stop. Leave the cauliflower alone.
That's terrible.
Goodness
What
gracious.
the hell are people thinking?
Because they're
Crime
trying to
against
lose
humanity.
weight.
It
They're
is.
trying to lose weight, eat healthier.
You're doing it wrong.
Don't eat pizza. There you go.
They want pizza.
They should.
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, that's right. Artificial sweetener, says Josh. Billy Ray says fast food. A double-edged sword with modern technology, says Jason. Look, technology itself is neither good nor bad. It's how you use it that makes the difference, right? I mean, we'll blame the technology, but then we refuse to blame the gun? If you're not going to blame the gun, don't blame the technology, okay? Blame the person holding it. Tracy says internet, but FaceTime is the best. Thomas says social media. Alan says lots of good answers here, and most are right on the money. John says the Democrats. Are they a modern invention?
They've been around for a while.
Joey says internet hookup sites. Whatever happened to the thrill of the hunt? What are you, a stalker, Joey? What's this all about? Warren says cat juggling.
Okay.
Let's see. Scented toilet paper. Doesn't need to smell good, says Kyle. This decade, AI. A couple of decades before that, social media and the overall misinformation superhighway. Jeff says flock cameras. I don't know what that is. Bo says the internet in general. All right. AI, not the man's name. Oh, you're thinking Al. You can call me Al. The flux capacitor, says Scott. Oh, yeah. That is a problem. Keith says the COVID shot. Joe Pat, the Macarena.
Hey, Macarena.
K.A. says vaping.
Ooh.
Mail-in voting, says Tracy. I'm not averse to that. You're pretty right about that. Cellular phones, white chocolate, margarine. I love these. Auto start and stop in my car. Beautiful, Emily. Yeah. All right. Voting machines, says Pete. I like it. That'll do it for us. We are out of here. Coming back tomorrow, though, dark and early, 6 a.m. Talk at you then. Dixon and Vining. Talk 99.5. Talk995.com. Stick around for Skippy and Jimbo up next. Bye-bye now.
Bye.